Hi, I'm Jin from GG.Tech, and in this video, i-build natin yung PC for the channel. Pero before we begin, a few words from our sponsor. Okay, joke lang, wala kaming sponsor. So ano bang use case ng build? So number one, syempre games, entertainment, streaming, kasama din yun. Number two, content creation, video editing, maybe audio, tsaka photo, kasama na din. Content for the channel mainly. And then third, potentially magiging test bench siya para mag-test ng components like graphics card or RAM or storage. So kasama rin sa overall goal ng build na ito ay makagawa tayo ng most powerful machine na pwede natin mapagkasya sa small form factor para maliit lang ang meta-take up na space sa desk. So for the components, anong meron tayo? Okay, so for the processor, meron tayong i9-10900KF. So while overkill siya for gaming, malaking tulong siya sa production side ng work. As mentioned kanina, gagamitin din as test bench yung computer or yung machine na ito. Kaya hindi pwede maging bottleneck ang CPU natin. Finally, KF variant instead of the K variant ang kinuha namin dahil hindi namin kailangan yung integrated GPU sa processor. For the motherboard, meron tayong MSI Z490i Unify. So ITX ang size na to achieve the small form factor build na sinabi natin. Ang VRMs nito ay robust, higher-end components yung ginamit in comparison sa other competing boards in the same category. And finally, meron siyang Thunderbolt 3 port for ease of use and organization. Kasi makikita natin later sa build, nasa ilalim ng case yung rear panel I/O. For the RAM, we went with the G-Skill Ripjaws 5 series. Syempre, dual channel, 32 gigs of RAM. Sweet spot na RAM speed natin yung 3600 MHz. Kinuha natin yung average timings lang and non-RGB variant dahil hindi natin kita sa case yung RGB lights. Yung parehong factors na yun nakaka-help para ma-bring down yung price point ng RAM. So for the storage, we went with the ADATA XPG SX8200 Pro. M.2 form factor siya para ma-maximize natin yung slots sa motherboard. NVMe drive din siya, which is one of the fastest, if not the fastest drive type currently available. So based on real-world and synthetic tests, nagra-rank din siya near the top of the pack when compared with other similar drives, pero competitive pa rin ang price ni SX8200 Pro. So for the graphics card, we went with the RTX 3070. So ito ang latest release, literally just a few days ago. So ito ang perfect solution for 1080p and up to 1440p applications. So we went with NVIDIA for the graphics card para doon sa hardware encoding feature for streaming and pati yung CUDA cores acceleration for video rendering. Okay, for the case, we went with the NZXT H1. So ito yung magpaprovide sa atin ng sleek and small form factor para ma-minimize natin yung desk space use while fitting most fully sized graphics cards. Isang feature pa ng NZXT H1 ang simple build dahil tool-less entry siya and konti lang ang points na kailangan natin ng screwdriver. Integrated din or bundled ang following components. So meron siyang 650 watt gold-rated PSU or power supply. Meron ding 140mm all-in-one cooler, tsaka GPU riser cable. Finally, meron siyang dual chamber layout. Ibig sabihin nun magkahiwalay at merong dedicated intakes or air sources ang CPU and GPU for better thermals. Okay, so before we proceed to the build, actually may napanood akong YouTuber tapos sabi niya, kaya daw matapos yung build in just 15 minutes sa NZXT H1. Pero meron tayong few disclaimers. So number one, hindi kasama yung unboxing ng mga components dun sa timer. Tapos nag-end yung timer pagka fully closed yung system. Actually, nag-test fit na ako sa build na ito. Just to ensure na pasok lahat ng components and magkakasya sa lahat sa case and walang defective na parts. So, fair enough. Try natin.
Show them no mercy. Stand by for redeployment.
Well, hindi natin naabot yung 15 minutes dahil medyo I guess ninervous ako ng konti. Nahuhulog ko yung mga screws na maliliit. Pero 16 minutes hindi na masama. Malaking tulong yung pre-routed and pre-cable managed na power supply cables and naka-install na kaagad yung all-in-one cooler sa case. A few quirks lang siguro na kailangan nating inote sa build is una yung motherboard na MSI Z490i Unify ay meron siyang konting clearance issue sa CPU rear bracket ng all-in-one cooler. Pero gamit ang metal file, madali nating naremedyo ang problema. Lastly, nabanggit na natin kanina ang rear panel I/O ng motherboard ay nasa ilalim ng case. Kaya medyo mahirap madalas tayong magkabit and magtanggal ng mga devices. Dito, malaking tulong yung mga USB extended hubs or mga Thunderbolt 3 hubs na pwede nating ikabit. In terms of performance, swabing-swabe ang FPS natin at about 120 to 144 FPS sa Call of Duty Warzone at 1080p. Lahat ng settings maxed out with ray tracing enabled habang naka-on pa ang screen recording. Nakita rin natin na very respectable ang thermals with the CPU at about 55 degrees and GPU at about 60-65 degrees under gaming load after some tweaks on the fan curve profile. And that is it for this video. Please give us a thumbs up if nagustuhan mo ang video and don't forget to follow us on all our socials. If hindi mo pa kilala si GG.Tech, you can watch the video down in the description. Finally, if you want us to build your next PC, just leave us a message on our Facebook page or our other socials. Aight, GG.